I recently had a video go viral where I was talking about a creator on this app that I was really concerned about, who seemed like they were having a mental health spiral. And we were all just helplessly watching the train wreck, unable to do anything. And I was saying, like, what is our obligation as a community when we see another creator clearly struggling, especially when they're being dogpiled on, in this case by alt-right chuds, sent by a Trumper account? Like, can we even do anything? And what should we do if we can? And also, like, what is the obligation of this platform? What is TikTok's obligation? To not exploit vulnerable people who are clearly in crisis. How can this app protect them? So thankfully that person's account, I believe, has gone private now, and I hope that they are getting the help that they need. But several folks in the comments said about them and about some other creators who similarly exhibited concerning behaviors and have had accounts go private or been banned, that the creator I was speaking about and these other creators have OF accounts or make corn. And this commenter said, I'm not saying corn actors are unstable, but you know, she's a corn actor, right? First off, their pronouns are they, them. But secondarily, sex work is real work. Like, let's not be this person. It's real gross to suggest there's something wrong with having an OF account or making corn, as long as no one's being exploited in the process. It's far more reprehensible to watch a vulnerable person in a mental health spiral be exploited on this app. And I'm not here for smut shaming. And I think it's deeply harmful to imply, one, there's anything wrong with doing this, but two, that it must mean someone has a mental health issue, or that engaging in this work is inherently going to create a mental health issue. Folks with cluster B personality disorders, folks who are bipolar, folks who have OCD, anxiety, and depression, some of those folks make corn. Some of them don't. Some folks who make corn have those mental health struggles, and many don't. So this is not the vibe. We're not going to do this on my TikTok. If sex work is no different than any other work, then a boss should be allowed to ask for sexual favors in exchange for wages in any workplace. Yeah, tell me you're a dude who's blissfully unaware of the realities of being a woman in the workplace without telling me. I get your effort here is to stigmatize sex work because SWERFs and evangelicals are so desperate to vilify the mostly women who engage in this kind of work, rather than decriminalizing, unionizing, and empowering the laborers in this workforce. But you have got to be fucking kidding me if you think women are not sexually harassed and coerced by men in the workplace in order to get paid, keep their job, or get promoted. In the conversation about sex work being real work, I'm left this comment and I want to read it. And they were not the only one to express a sentiment like this, so I think it's worth discussing. Just want to point out, as a sex worker, the majority of us in activist spaces around our work call for decriminalizing sex work, not legalizing it. The difference is important. Yeah, I appreciate this clarification. My own default presumption would be to say, let's legalize and regulate it and provide unionized protections for sex workers. But it's important to listen to what those workers are actually saying that they want. And a number of those folks in my comments are saying that the preference is for decriminalization. So that means this work wouldn't be legal, but there would not be criminal penalties for it. Versus the position I was advocating for, which is known as a regulationist approach, which would be legalization. I by no means want to talk over sex workers. My position came from reading trafficking victim advocates who fear that decriminalization won't curb trafficking or protect those victims. But I apologize for presuming, and I want to make sure folks in the industry have their position heard. Hey, American flag wife, mom, nurse, you said sex work is not real work. The exploitation is in that work. What do you mean it's not real work? Explain it to me in great detail. How is it not real work? Because some people in the industry are exploited? There are laborers in many industries that are exploited. Would you say agricultural workers who pick our food are not doing real work because they're exploited? Someone is providing a service for a paycheck, using their skills, their body, spending their life hours, producing a product from which they derive a living. How is that not real work? Again, I'm asking you because I'm baffled. Explain it to me very clearly, in great detail, what part of sex work is not real work and how.